This video is brought to you by Be Quiet, makers of the new Dark Base 700 mid-tower chassis featuring a tempered glass side panel, front RGB illumination, and full-length power supply cover to keep your build looking clean in 2018. Click the link in the description below to learn more. Hey, what's up guys? Joker here. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend, as I had a great one myself. My girlfriend and I went around and explored in Brooklyn, went on a little bit of a pizza crawl, trying some of the best pizza places around, so that was a lot of fun. But today we've got 3 tech news stories to get through, and we've got a good week of content coming up, so let's get fired right into it, starting off with Nvidia versus the miners, as they have made a statement regarding how these cards are being distributed, whether they're going to gamers or miners, basically pleading with retailers to make sure they're going into the hands of gamers rather than the miners, which we know has been a major issue as of late with GPU prices skyrocketing. In the same source of this story over on Hexus.net, they have a chart up which was actually originally done by TechSpot, so really good of them to compile all of that. And on here we can see the different GPU prices, or the graphics card prices with those GPUs, and how they have changed from MSRP to April of 2017, or roughly around the time some of them came out, and now going up to what they are currently. So you can see on here cards like the 1050 Ti, MSRP of $140, now selling for $190. And I would say that these are, these are lenient estimates at best. I've seen some of these cards going for way more than what is even being listed on here. The GTX 1060 6GB card started at $250, selling for $530 now. That's absolutely insane for that kind of card. The 1070 going for about $900, the 1080 going for $940, the GTX 1080 Ti from $700 up to $1,200. I actually just looked that up on Amazon earlier today, and I saw it for $1,500. It was like a nice aftermarket card, but it sure as shit wasn't worth $1,500. So I think it goes without saying that the prices are insane. I covered this in a video last week where we talked about how much it costs to build a gaming PC right now. I know Jay did a big video about how it was killing mining, or mining was killing gaming and all of that. And then Logan had this big, tirade where he went completely WWE on him. So there was a whole lot of talking about mining last week, and we're kicking it off again this week. So the statement that Nvidia gave was to the German website computerbase.d, who does some excellent hardware analysis over on their website. It is in German. You got to translate it, so sometimes the translation aren't the smoothest, but a very thorough website as far as their testing is concerned anyway. So the statement that came out from Nvidia, this is exactly what they said. They said, for Nvidia, gamers come first. All activities related to our GeForce product line are targeted at our main audience. To ensure that GeForce gamers continue to have good GeForce graphics cards availability in the current situation, we recommend that our trading partners make the appropriate arrangements to meet gamers' needs as usual. So they're basically pleading with the retailers to put these cards in the hand of gamers, possibly by following suit with what they do. Like if you go over on the Nvidia website, if you try to buy a card, it'll say you can only buy 2 cards, and that's something they've had for quite a while now. That's not something they implemented recently just for miners. It's pretty much always been the case over there to make sure that as many people can get the cards as possible, because Nvidia, unlike maybe a graphics card manufacturer or a retailer, they do want to sell their products, don't get me wrong, they definitely want to sell their products, but even more so than that, they want to bring those customers into their ecosystem. And for Nvidia, that means bringing people in and getting GeForce graphics cards as well as G-Sync monitors, and then being invested in that ecosystem so that you want to keep buying GeForce GTX graphics cards to support your G-Sync monitor. And for AMD, that would be the same case as well, using FreeSync. They want to get people in their ecosystem so that they stay long-term customers. Miners aren't those people. Miners are not going to be your long-term consumers. They're going to stay invested in your product for as long as it's making them a profit. And the moment it's not making them a profit, they're going to ditch the card on the third-party market. And once it goes there, Nvidia and AMD, they don't make shit. They made money on the GPUs when they sold them to the third-party manufacturers. Gamers Nexus actually just did a fantastic follow-up, a 6-month later video to one that they had did, 6 months ago, about graphics card manufacturers and how they actually feel about miners buying up their stock and all of that. And I really recommend everyone go out and check out that video. I'll put it in a card up here and probably link it down in the comment below. but definitely worth a watch if you're interested in how the manufacturers of the graphics cards actually feel about the current situation with mining, when we can expect to see cards becoming available in the future, and really what the causes are for this, because it's not necessarily just miners buying up cards. A big part of it has to do with the RAM shortages. As everyone maybe knows watching this video, RAM prices have been really high as well. And obviously they use memory in graphics cards, so the graphics industry has been hit by that impact of RAM prices going up too. So there are quite a few different contributing factors there. We've got RAM prices going up, we've got GPU miners, and then we've just got more PC gamers coming in than before. You know, we got a big rise in more people wanting to become PC gamers, wanting to play some exclusive titles or ones that perform better on PC, like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, let's say, which is a complete train wreck on the Xbox One. So you've got more people wanting to become PC gamers, more people buying graphics cards for gaming, mining, and then to add to that, RAM shortages. So it's just kind of like a trifecta of fuckery, which is just kind of ruining the whole PC building experience and PC gaming experience right now for anyone that needs to go out and buy a PC. So let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments below. Do you think Nvidia urging these retailers to kind of, you know, do something about this is really going to be heard? Or at the end of the day, are the retailers just going to do what they want to do? Because for retailers, they just want to make money. That's all. When you walk into a Best Buy or a Micro Center, they don't care what you're buying a graphics card for. They don't care if you're going to go outside and smash it into the concrete with a baseball bat. As long as they got their money, that's really all that they care about. So that's really how I feel it's going to go, and I don't really think that many retailers are going to listen to Nvidia saying, hey, please sell these cards to miners, because what are they going to do? Have a survey at the door? Say, are you buying this card for mining? Okay, then we're going to charge you more. No, it's just not realistic. So we'll see what happens. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Next up, we've got AMD, who have revealed further specs for their upcoming lineup of G CPUs, or APUs really. These are their new Ryzen CPUs with dedicated Vega graphics on them. So very exciting stuff. Getting to see these come to the market, especially right now with how hard it is to buy RAM and graphics cards. People might not have the money to go out and buy a damn graphics card with how high the prices are right now. So I'll definitely be excited to see these APUs hit the streets and what type of performance, you know, budget-oriented gamers could realistically expect out of them. Maybe someone that just wants to get one of these so they have a Ryzen CPU, APU, you know, for the initial build of their system, and then maybe buy a graphics card down the line once prices sort of level out. So taking a look at these specs over on Hexus.net, we could see we've got the Ryzen 5 2400G and the Ryzen 3 2200G, which they are stating is coming out on February 12th. So not too long to go until we actually get to see these APUs coming out from AMD. So getting off to a good start here in 2018. We can see that both of these CPUs, the Ryzen 5 as well as the Ryzen 3, are quad cores, although the Ryzen 5 will have hyper-threading. The boost clock on the Ryzen 5 2400G is going to be 3.9 GHz, while the 2200G will be 3.7 GHz. For the graphics compute units on the Vega GPU, we're looking at 11 and 8 respectively for the 2400 and 2200, which is quite a bit less than a desktop variant Vega GPU. The Vega 64, for instance, has 64 compute units. Vega 56 has 56 compute units, so you can almost call this Vega 11 and Vega 8. That's pretty much what we're looking here with these two CPUs. Max GPU core clock on the 2400D is 1250 MHz, 1100 for 2200G, and we're looking at the same amount of L2 and L3 cache at 6 megabytes. And then for the TDP, both the same again, 45 to 65 watts, and they are saying that they will include a Wraith Spire. Is it the Wraith Spire or the Wraith Stealth? I saw it on here somewhere. Where is it? Let me search this up. Wraith Stealth. There you go. That's what I thought it was. The Wraith Stealth cooler is what is being included along with these two processors from AMD. Nice looking box as well. Pretty standard, the Ryzen box that we've seen in the past, although we've got this silver bar on the top here now that will indicate on there that it has Radeon Vega graphics. So if this is something you're excited to see being released, if you're looking to build a system, definitely let me know down in the comments below. I love the fact that it is a low TDP, and having the integrated graphics will be nice if I wanted to do maybe something like a streaming PC, or just, you know, something downstairs in the living room for like a media PC, which would be probably a nice use for me. But certainly for someone that just wants a good CPU and maybe wants to do some low-end gaming, then this could be something decent for you type of people as well. Next up, we've got Denuvo 4.8, which was the anti-tamper tech, which has been impossible to crack at least up until now, as crackers have been able to now bypass it. So they are just bypassing Denuvo 4.8. They're not removing it completely. It's just simply being bypassed. And it is this has been in quite a few games that had not been cracked yet, like Assassin's Creed Origins, Sonic Forces, Football Manager 2018, Need for Speed Payback, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Injustice 2. So quite a few games have had this on there and were not cracked yet, but the first game to be cracked so far has been Sonic Forces, and you can probably expect to see these other titles fall in the coming days and weeks as the crackers now use this implementation on those titles. Assassin's Creed Origins might, present other issues because of the fact that it uses VM Protect, but as long as that is not an impeding factor for the crackers, then I would say most of the titles probably will be cracked in the coming weeks and months. So if you happen to be a dirty pirate, then then some of these games might be cracked pretty soon, as they've already done Sonic Forces with Denuvo 4.8, and they should just get rid of Denuvo. They don't need it. Although, I guess maybe they've gotten some sales because Assassin's Creed Origins hadn't been cracked yet. So I guess that's a possibility. But as I said, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here, guys. Please let me know your thoughts on all of the stories that we discussed here down in the comments below, especially that Nvidia one with them going to the retailers and asking them to kind of, just get the cards to gamers and not the miners. My expectation is that retailers like Newegg and Micro Center, their response will probably be something akin to...
You serious?
But as I said, I'll get on out of here, and I will see you guys in the rest of the week for some more content right here on the channel. If you enjoyed this video or found it informative in any way, show me your support by leaving a like on it down below, and subscribe if you're not already. And if you have been here for a while, you can always consider hitting the notification bell right next to the subscribe button so you never miss a moment of content right here on the channel. And I'll catch you guys next time. Tara.